What's up, cool people? How we all doing today? If you didn't notice in the chat, I took a minute as I was getting things started up to ask you all a question. Cause I've gone through the story of Kingdom Hearts 2, so I'm probably going to move on to another game in the series. Actually, I definitely will move on to another game in the series today. I've already decided that. I'm just not sure which one to go to next. I said I wanted to do them in release order, but I just realized there's the Japanese release order is different than the American release order. The Japanese release order, actually, let me see if I can pull this up for you real quick. The Japanese release order would have me playing Coded next, because that came out November 18th, 2008. However, it didn't hit the States until 2011. Days, meanwhile, was released in 2009 in Japan, but also 2009 in America. So, I could use a little help deciding which release order to go with. Of course, I think Days, given the description here, isn't even going to actually be, like, a full game. So, I don't know if that would make too much difference. It would also affect, though, whether I do Birth by Sleep before Coded. I mean, the teaser at the end of Kingdom Hearts 2 was for Birth by Sleep, so that kind of makes some sense to do next. But yeah, I'm not totally sure. I could use your input. Let me know what you think in the chat. Yeah. Other input would be appreciated on that. But anyway, okay. Now tomorrow, I think, is going to be when I do stuff more like I normally do on Saturdays, at least what I was doing on Saturdays before this month. Meaning I'll do like Kingdom Hearts side questing stuff. I have a lot of side questing left to do in Kingdom Hearts 2, so that's going to take at least tomorrow's stream, probably even the next week as well. Maybe even beyond that. We'll just have to wait and see. But anyway, okay. That's all I got as far as updates and stuff. I'm not going to have this whole Stormshot thing up for most of the stream while I'm recording stuff. But no, it's there. It'll probably come up in the Twitch chat from time to time. But anyway, okay. That's all I got. Twitch ad break is about to kick in. And then we'll hop into some Bible study like normal. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, man. Oof. Sorry about that. Whew. Oh, yeah. Also, God, there was one other thing. Oh, yeah. Quick shout out on Twitch to the Melanie B for the most recent follow that I'm pretty sure happened in between streams, possibly after we raided last time, I don't know. But yeah. Okay, now I will get things rolling and ready for Bible study here in a little bit. I'm surprised the Twitch ads haven't already started, but it seems like if I don't initiate them myself, it like takes longer for them to actually start rolling. So I don't know. Whatever. There we go. Okay. I'll just pop the Bible study video up, the window up here. Okay. Hey. This one's only 28 verses. Not quite as bad as the previous couple of chapters. Not quite as long, I should say. Long isn't necessarily bad. Okay. As long as it doesn't mess with the stream quality, I'm actually going to keep that tab of the listed Kingdom Hearts games on hand in case anybody wants to ask about that as I'm trying to make my decision and as they're possibly giving me input on which one to go with next. Okay. So, I realize I've started this a little bit earlier than normal. There's actually a thing going on at church today that's a little bit earlier than the typical small group thing. And my usual morning into early afternoon commitment is off for the week. So I thought I'd hop in a little earlier, give this a little more time, and so I don't have to rush things, and maybe I could do a little extra. Might even hop into some Kingdom Hearts 2 side questing after all this is done, time allowing. And if there's no other side questing in a different Kingdom Hearts game available. Anyway, okay. Now that the Twitch ad break is all done, I think I will go ahead. I'll turn down my background music a little bit so as to not have the louder songs be overwhelming. And then, after a little more water here, we'll hop into some Bible study. Admittedly, I've not been feeling 100% today, but like right now, I actually feel kind of better than I have for most of the day, so hopefully this will all still be fine. Anyway, Bible study time, here we go. Okay. We are looking at 1 Kings chapter 9. Let's see here. Context to be aware of, Solomon is king of Israel. Since things have been peaceful with him as king, in large part due to David's actions before him, Solomon has been able to build a temple to the Lord and a palace for himself, which the temple took like 7.5 years. The palace took 13 years. But all that in the past couple of chapters has been completed. They like dedicated the temple to the Lord. And Solomon kind of asked for a special blessing upon it in a way, requesting that any prayers of God's people prayed in the direction even of the temple be heard and answered. Otherwise, I think that's about all the context we need to know going into this. I think last chapter was the one, last chapter was the one where they dedicated the temple. So, let's hop into 1 Kings chapter 9 here. So Solomon finished building the temple of the Lord, as well as the royal palace. He completed everything he had planned to do. Then the Lord appeared to Solomon a second time, as he had done before at Gibeon. The Lord said to him, I have heard your prayer and your petition. I have set this temple apart to be holy, this place you have built where my name will be honored forever. I will always watch over it, for it is dear to my heart. Okay, so yeah, last chapter, as I kind of already mentioned when explaining context, Solomon, asked for a special blessing on the temple, for prayers in the direction of the temple to be blessed. So, after all that was done and it was dedicated and everything, then God appears to Solomon, possibly in a dream. I think it was in a dream the first time. So if it's saying as he had done before, it's probably also in a dream. But basically God's saying, all right, I've heard you, and yes, this temple will be blessed. Quote, for it is dear to my heart. I mean, this was basically going to be the new, more permanent tabernacle, and God had, a special favor on the tabernacle, so it's kind of not really a surprise that God would have a similar attitude toward this temple that Solomon has built. Okay, then we get to verse 4. As for you, if you will follow me with integrity and godliness, as David your father did, obeying all my commands, decrees, and regulations, then I will establish the throne of your dynasty over Israel forever. For I made this promise to your father David, one of your descendants will always sit on the throne of Israel. But if you or your descendants abandon me and disobey the commands and decrees I have given you, and if you serve and worship other gods, then I will uproot Israel from this land that I have given them. I will reject this temple that I have made holy to honor my name. I will make Israel an object of mockery and ridicule among the nations. And though this temple is impressive now, all who pass by will be appalled and will gasp in horror. They will ask, why did the Lord do such terrible things to this land and this temple? And the answer will be, because his people abandoned the Lord their God, who brought their ancestors out of Egypt, and they worshipped other gods instead and bowed down to them. That is why the Lord has brought all these disasters on them. Double end quote there. Much like previous agreements or covenants, there's sort of a contingency on, the people following God. If they follow, then yes, the temple will stay, solid, dedicated to the Lord. It'll have that blessing that Solomon asked for. And more than that, if Solomon and his descendants obey the Lord, follow his commands, then God is promising that one of them, their family line, will continue to sit on the throne forever. But if they disobey, then all this calamity will happen. The Israelites themselves are going to be exiled. I mean, if it doesn't say it here, it has said that in previous covenants. And now he's even more specifically saying the temple will be just destroyed, or at least otherwise damaged to the point of people passing by and asking, what happened here? Why is this temple such a disaster? And it'll be because of the people abandoning their God. I guess there's not really too much else I have to say about that. It's a lot like other covenants that have been made previously in the Old Testament. I guess also including sort of the continuation of the covenant that God made with David about, descendants sitting on the throne of Israel. Okay. Then we'll move on to verse 10. It took Solomon 20 years to build the Lord's temple and his own royal palace. At the end of that time, he gave 20 towns in the land of Galilee to King Hiram of Tyre. Hiram had previously provided all the cedar and cypress timber and gold that Solomon had requested. But when Hiram came from Tyre to see the town Solomon had given him, he was not at all pleased with them. "What kind of towns are these, my brother?" he asked. So Hiram called that area Kabul, which means worthless, as it is still known today. Nevertheless, Hiram paid Solomon 9,000 pounds of gold. There's going to be notes about that we'll get into here in a bit. So back, I want to say it was chapter 3 or 4, it mentioned this agreement between King Hiram of Tyre and Solomon. Basically, them making an alliance to work together to build the temple, really. But I guess David and Hiram had also been on good terms, so really that just kind of continued. It mentioned specifically before about the wood coming from Tyre. I don't know if it exactly mentioned the gold coming from Tyre, but nevertheless, it's going into that here. So I guess as part of the agreement, what's not mentioned here is that, you know, there were arrangements made for Solomon to provide food, at least, for King Hiram and his palace throughout the building project, which took 20 years. Going by what it said in the previous chapters, technically 20 and a half, but close enough. But so I guess as an additional thanks, now that all this is done, Solomon wants to give some of these towns to Hiram. And I guess Hiram ultimately accepts them, but he's like, hey, these towns aren't great. Actually, more than that, he calls them worthless. Okay, now let's get into the notes here. So, nevertheless, Hiram paid. Okay. Could read, for Hiram had paid 9,000 pounds. Hebrew says 120 talents of gold. So, now, whether this gold that was part of the payment was stuff that was used in the construction projects, I'm not sure. But either way, so like, especially the way that it's worded in these notes, it almost makes it sound like, you know, Solomon and Hiram were on good terms, so Solomon's like, hey, thanks for all your help. I'm going to give you these towns as part of a thanks if you're willing to pay for them. Either that or it was in exchange for the gold that had already been given as part of other things. I don't know. In any case, there was an exchange of gold. And for that, Solomon says, here, I'd like you to have these towns. Since they were on good terms, Hiram might have just kind of accepted it on good faith. And then he actually sees the towns and is like, what is this? This is basically worthless. These are towns full of nothing or not really worth anything. But because the agreement had already been made and maybe he didn't want to cause any extra trouble or anything. He just kind of accepted it anyway. Okay, then we get on to verse 15. This is the account of the forced labor that King Solomon conscripted to build the Lord's temple, the royal palace, the supporting terraces, the wall of Jerusalem, and the cities of Hazor, Megiddo, and Gezer. Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, had attacked and captured Gezer, killing the Canaanite population and burning it down. He gave the city to his daughter as a wedding gift when she married Solomon. So Solomon rebuilt the city of Gezer. He also built up the towns of Lower Beth-horon, Baalath, and Tamar in the wilderness within his land. He built towns as supply centers and constructed towns where his chariots and horses could be stationed. He built everything he desired in Jerusalem and Lebanon and throughout his entire realm. Okay, so this, I guess, is just explaining all of the things that had been built. Like, yes, the temple was involved, the palace was involved, but there were also these other projects that Solomon oversaw the construction of. Supporting terraces, Hebrew says the Millo. Also in 924, the meaning of the Hebrew is uncertain. So then this one town had actually been given to Pharaoh's daughter, and because Solomon had married Pharaoh's daughter, he, he probably wants it to look good for her. But note there after Tamar, alternate reading in the Masoretic text reads Tadmor. Which I would imagine that has a bit of a different meaning, but if the Masoretic text is the only one that has that, then in their efforts to translate from the, older documents, they might have just gone with what most of the rest of them said. Note there are chariots and horses. Okay, could have said charioteers rather than horses. Either way. Chariots and methods or whatever of using them, because you can't really use a chariot without horses or charioteers. So yeah, all that stuff was built under Solomon's watch. Then let's move on to verse 20. There were still some people living in the land who were not Israelites, including Amorites, Hittites, Perizzites, Hivites, and Jebusites. These were descendants of the nations whom the people of Israel had not completely destroyed. So Solomon conscripted them as slaves, and they serve as forced laborers to this day, meaning when this was written. But Solomon did not conscript any of the Israelites for forced labor. Instead, he assigned them to serve as fighting men, government officials, officers, and captains in his army, commanders of his chariots, and charioteers. Solomon appointed 550 of them to supervise the people working on his various projects. Okay, I will pause there for a bit. Hello, Seth. Hope you're doing well today. I realize I'm starting this a little bit early. That's just kind of how the day worked out, and will be working out later. There's stuff going on at church today that's a little bit earlier than the typical small group that I try not to have this interfere with. So Because of other things not happening earlier, I'm doing this now instead of waiting. So that then I also don't miss the thing at church tonight. Okay. So apparently all of this forced labor that Solomon oversaw was done not by the Israelites themselves, but all the other people groups in the land that they had conquered. And instead, the Israelites were either overseeing that or part of the army instead. Which, I mean, yeah, I suppose if there's an option, you want to look out for your own people first. I could see some people questioning, well, then how is ancient Israel in doing all this any better than, like, you know, the Egyptians were enslaving the Israelites? I guess it's one of those things where, I guess in the case of Egypt enslaving the Israelites, like, they didn't really have much of an excuse for doing so. Like, their reason was purely selfish, and they hadn't, like, in this case, at least Israel had conquered these lands already, and so they kind of had a right to rule over these people and kind of say, hey, we defeated you in battle, so if you don't want us to kill you as well, we're gonna have you help us with this stuff. Whereas for Egypt, it was purely just, like, jealousy and thinking, these people are a threat, so we're gonna put them down on the totem pole. And the way that it was carried out might have been different as well. Let's not forget that possibility. So, let me look at the note here. Hebrew term used here refers to the complete consecration of things to the... Ah, yes, that term that we saw a lot in, like, the times of Moses and Joshua, essentially. So, I mean, yes, some of the things were actually destroyed. Some of them might not have been destroyed, but instead, like, given to the priests or otherwise dedicated to God in some way. In any case, okay, it's those people groups that made up the labor force for all these building projects that we read about in the past couple of verses. Okay. On to verse 24. Solomon moved his wife, Pharaoh's daughter, from the city of David to the new palace he had built for her. Then he constructed the supporting terraces. 3 times each year, Solomon presented burnt offerings and peace offerings on the altar he had built for the Lord. He also burned incense to the Lord. And so he finished the work of building the temple. King Solomon also built a fleet of ships at Ezion-Geber, a port near Elath, in the island of Edom, in the land of Edom, along the shore of the Red Sea. Hiram sent experienced crews of sailors to sail the ships with Solomon's men. They sailed to Ophir and brought back to Solomon some 16 tons of gold. 16 tons, holy cow. Hebrew says 420 talents, which, when it mentioned gold earlier, it said 9,000 pounds. 120 talents, so, I mean, each 1,000 pounds is a ton, right? So that was 9 tons, 120 talents. 420 talents for... I mean, very quick mental math, that, like, kind of checks out. Not that I figured it wouldn't, just... Anyway. Note there near Elath or Eleth? I don't know. That's, as in the Greek version, Hebrew spells it Eloth. But it might have been more widely known as Elath, so they might have just gone with the more popular spelling there. Red Sea. Hebrew says the Sea of Reeds. They probably knew it as the Sea of Reeds, but in later times, when it became known as the Red Sea, they started identifying it as the Red Sea in translations, so the more modern readers would have a better idea of where that this is happening. So, temple's done. I guess Solomon and Pharaoh's daughter moved to the palace that had been built. Although it says the new palace he had built for her. Was that the same as his palace, or was this a different one that might have been built in Gezer? Because it said that was a gift to Pharaoh's daughter. Anyway. Solomon presented burnt offerings 3 times a year in an effort to keep up with God's commands. And so Israel also gained a fleet at this point. And I guess partially due to the agreement Solomon and Hiram had, Hiram sent some of his men to help Solomon's, because Hiram's were more experienced with sailing. Maybe later on, Solomon's men could handle it on their own. But anyway, so kind of an overview of the building projects, kind of some more details on what happened, how it happened, and other things like that. Also, Israel has a fleet now, a naval fleet. And yeah, that's what we get in 1 Kings chapter 9. So then I'll move on to chapter 10 in just a moment here. I think somehow as I went to grab my drink here, like my one nail kind of just clipped the wall and got a little bit of paint off of it or something. Anyway, nothing major. Okay. On to the next chapter. Here we go. All right. 1 Kings chapter 10. Solomon's building projects are all done. Israel apparently also has like a naval fleet now. There's all sorts of gold in Israel's possession through various means. Just been a bit of land exchanged, but in any case, just that's a little bit of context so you have an idea of what's going on here. And if there's anything else I need to mention as we go along, I will attempt to do so. So here we go, 1 Kings chapter 10. When the Queen of Sheba heard of Solomon's fame, which brought honor to the name of the Lord, she came to test him with hard questions. She arrived in Jerusalem with a large group of attendants and a great caravan of camels loaded with spices, large quantities of gold, and precious jewels. When she met with Solomon, she talked with him about everything she had on her mind. Solomon had answers for all her questions. Nothing was too hard for the king to explain to her. When the Queen of Sheba realized how very wise Solomon was, and when she saw the palace he had built, she was overwhelmed. She was also amazed at the food on his tables, the organization of his officials and their splendid clothing, the cupbearers, and the burnt offerings Solomon made at the temple of the Lord. So, I feel like at least there was a time when mentions of the Queen of Sheba just floated around the culture, like, devoid of the context here. Almost one of those, like, figure of speech sort of things. I can't even remember the context for an example to give you, but it was one of those things where I'm pretty sure I had heard the phrase Queen of Sheba before actually reading about the Queen of Sheba in the Bible. But essentially, she comes to visit Solomon. It says when she heard of Solomon's fame, a big part of why he was famous was because of his wisdom. So it seems like she really came to just ask him whatever questions that she was seeking answers for that she thought maybe he would know. And he apparently answered them sufficiently. Let me check this note here after it says brought honor to the name of the Lord. Or it could be which was due to the name of the Lord, meaning the Hebrew is uncertain. Either way, I mean, the Lord's being honored here. It's just like, I guess with the alternate wording in the note here, it's more like, yeah, Solomon was famous, but it was really all because of God anyway. Which, truth. I mean, Solomon's wisdom came from God to begin with. So yeah. Queen of Sheba asks Solomon all these questions. He answers them well. She's also just amazed at the overall, like, opulence and prosperity of Solomon and his people. And then we get to verse 6. She exclaimed to the king, "Everything I heard in my country about your achievements and wisdom is true. I didn't believe what was said until I arrived here and saw it with my own eyes. In fact, I had not heard the half of it. Your wisdom and prosperity are far beyond what I was told. How happy your people must be. What a privilege for your officials to stand here day after day listening to your wisdom. Praise the Lord your God, who delights in you and has placed you on the throne of Israel. Because of the Lord's eternal love for Israel, he has made you king, so you can rule with justice and righteousness." So, after being amazed at what Solomon's got going on here, she pretty much goes on to tell him how amazed she is, and that, like, she had heard about these things, didn't believe it, and then after coming to see it for herself is like, what I heard doesn't even do this justice. This is absolutely unbelievable. This must be such a ridiculous blessing for your people, your officials, just to have such prosperity. And for the record, we did read in a previous chapter that it wasn't just Solomon himself who was doing well, but it was like all the people throughout Israel. Let me look at these notes here. Okay, Hebrew says your words instead of your achievements. That just puts a little more emphasis on his wisdom then, rather than talking about any of the other things that he did, like, say, the building projects. Note there that how happy your people must be. Greek and Syriac versions and Latin Vulgate read your wives. I mean, his wives are part of the people, right? But maybe this coming from the Queen of Sheba and knowing how close the royal court, for lack of a better way to put it, would have been. I don't know, like, because right after that she goes on to talk about the officials being privileged to listen to his wisdom. It could have been more, you know, talking about the people who specifically get to be in Solomon's presence often. And so in this, she also just specifically says, you know, well, if you're doing this well, then surely this must bring honor to the Lord your God, who you follow and credit with these things. Okay. Then we get to verse 10. Then she gave the king a gift of 9,000 pounds of gold, great quantities of spices, and precious jewels. Never again were so many spices brought in as those the Queen of Sheba gave to King Solomon. In addition, Hiram's ships brought gold from Ophir, and they also brought rich cargoes of red sandalwood and precious jewels. The king used the sandalwood to make railings for the temple of the Lord and the royal palace, and to construct lyres and harps for the musicians. Never before or since has there been such a supply of sandalwood. In Israel, presumably. Now, the gold from Hiram's ships was mentioned last chapter when talking about the fleet that was created. The naval fleet that was created. But on top of that, we've got another 9,000 pounds of gold. Note here, I read sandalwood. The Hebrew reads almug wood. Which, I'm not sure if that's a significantly different thing. Feel free to let me know. But, like, because of all this, just the opulence of Solomon and really the entirety of Israel continues to grow. Should have read this next verse before I started talking about that. But verse 13 says, King Solomon gave the Queen of Sheba whatever she asked for, besides all the customary gifts he had so generously given. Then she and all her attendants returned to their own land. So there was an exchanging of gifts going on here. It wasn't just a one-sided thing with the Queen of Sheba dumping all of this gold and spices and whatnot. I mean, yes, it's kind of implied that she gave that out of amazement and or appreciation. But King Solomon's also like, yeah, but let me give you something too, because you journeyed all the way up here, and you've given me all these things. Let me give you something that you might want too. Then we get to verse 14. Each year, Solomon received about 25 tons of gold. This did not include the additional revenue he received from merchants and traders, all the kings of Arabia, and the governors of the land. King Solomon made 200 large shields of hammered gold, each weighing more than 15 pounds. He also made 300 smaller shields of hammered gold, each weighing nearly 4 pounds. The king placed these shields in the palace of the Forest of Lebanon. So, good grief. So much gold. Like, all throughout the, when it was describing the building of the temple and the palace, it mentioned things being overlaid with gold there, and now there's even more gold coming in. Like, I guess the gold was just straight up more plentiful back in those days. But also, like, gold is quite dense, so, like, 25 tons of it, yes, that's a lot of weight there, but in terms of, like, the size of the gold, might not actually be as much as you'd think because of how dense gold is. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just reading too much into it now. Hebrews says 666 talents of gold. Gonna try not to read too much into that number because that's not something that's... I don't think that was supposed to be any kind of an indication of a deeper meaning going on there. So he made all these large shields, or large and small shields, out of hammered gold. Hebrews says 600 shekels was the weight of the larger ones, and 3 minas for the smaller ones. That's just the Hebrew weight measurement that they roughly converted into 15 and 4 pounds respectively. But I mean, okay, so each of these 200 large shields weighing 15 pounds. So there's what, like 3,000 pounds right there? And then 300 of the smaller shields weighing 4 pounds. That's another 1,200. And that still was not even a single year. It wasn't even all the gold from a single year. Let me get a sip of water here. Alright, on to verse 18. Then the king made a huge throne, decorated with ivory and overlaid with fine gold. The throne had 6 steps and a rounded back. There were armrests on both sides of the seat, and the figure of a lion stood on each side of the throne. There were also 12 other lions, one standing on each end of the 6 steps. No other throne in all the world could be compared with it. All of King Solomon's drinking cups were solid gold, as were all the utensils in the palace of the Forest of Lebanon. They were not made of silver, for silver was considered worthless in Solomon's day. You'd think gold wouldn't seem to be worth all that much because of how much was pouring in, but I guess silver was even more plentiful. And it was like, well, silver doesn't really give any hint of wealth or, you know, it doesn't seem any kind of special because there's so much silver. Or, I mean, the fact that it was considered worthless doesn't necessarily mean that it was more plentiful. That's just a likely reason why it would have been considered more, or would have been considered worthless. In any case, so now we got all these different things being built and either built out of gold or overlaid with gold. But yeah, describes the throne that was built out of ivory and gold. The drinking cups were solid gold. And then we get to verse 22. The king had a fleet of trading ships of Tarshish that sailed with Hiram's fleet. Once every 3 years the ships returned, loaded with gold, silver, ivory, apes, and peacocks. What? Two of these things are not like the others. Anyway. So King Solomon became richer and wiser than any other king on earth. People from every nation came to consult him and to hear the wisdom God had given him. Year after year, everyone who visited brought him gifts of silver and gold, clothing, weapons, spices, horses, and mules. I think I'll just go to the end of the chapter now. Solomon built up a huge force of chariots and horses. He had 1,400 chariots and 12,000 horses. He stationed some of them in the chariot cities and some near him in Jerusalem. The king made silver as plentiful in Jerusalem as stone, explaining why it was worthless. And valuable cedar timber was as common as the sycamore fig trees that grow in the foothills of Judah. Solomon's horses were imported from Egypt and from Cilicia. The king's traders acquired them from Cilicia at the standard price. At that time, chariots from Egypt could be purchased for 600 pieces of silver, and horses for 150 pieces of silver. They were then exported to the kings of the Hittites and the kings of Aram. So, just all the more wealth being described here. Even more, precious metals, other resources, even some animals being just like brought into Israel. Note there could be baboons instead of peacocks. That's quite a difference there. Might be one of those things where, like, given the ancient Hebrew spelling, and the words being somewhat close, might be up for debate as to which word is actually supposed to go there. In any case, animals were even being brought in. Presumably ones that weren't native to that area. And so, yeah, Solomon was, like, amassing his own wealth for Israel. But on top of that, on top of his own efforts, or at least the efforts of the people he oversaw, there were other people just coming to him to seek wisdom, and those people added other gifts of gold, silver, clothing, weapons, spices, horses, all sorts of stuff that then became part of either decorations or armaments or even just stockpiles of resources. Or, for the horses in particular, part of the, chariots that would have been used in battle. Just making sure I don't miss any of the footnotes here. There's one at horses that says, or charioteers. But, like, if he was being gifted horses, it would make sense that those horses would be part of the chariot setups. But, like, if you're going to have a standing army in, like, kind of spread throughout your kingdom, then it would make sense that charioteers would also be needed as part of that. I still think it makes more sense to have that ratio of horses to chariots instead of charioteers to chariots, but I mean, multiple charioteers per chariot also makes sense in a way. Anyway, talking about the cedar timber, comparing it to the fig trees that grew in, the Hebrew says the Shephelah instead of the foothills of Judah. Same thing, just a different name for referring to that same area. Solomon's horses were imported from Egypt. Note there. Possibly Muzur? A district near Cilicia. Okay. And at Cilicia, Hebrew says Kue? Q? I don't know. Probably another name for Cilicia. Either way, horses being imported because they had so much wealth, they could buy all these horses for their chariots and whatnot. Even some not for chariots. So, like, now because of all this wealth, there's also, like, exchanging of resources and precious metals for animals, other things going on like that. When you have that much wealth, it's a lot easier to then get the things that you really want to have on the whole. Chariots purchased for 600 pieces of silver. Hebrew says shekels. Which would have been about 15 pounds or 6.8 kilograms in weight. Per shekel? Because otherwise, shekels didn't weigh very much. The next footnote is probably a similar thing. It says 150 shekels rather than pieces of silver. Anyway, that was just like the exchange rates for the horses that they were actually buying. On top of the ones that were being gifted. Like, all sorts of valuable resource flow in and out of Israel and all around it, and it's just it's kind of crazy the amount of wealth being exchanged in all of this, and even just amassed by Israel during Solomon's reign. But anyway, there's 1 Kings chapter 10 for you. Okay. There's our planned Bible study for the stream. Yeah, Twitch ads are gonna kick in pretty soon, whether I trigger them or not. So I might as well just go ahead and, take a short break. I can let the ads run while that's going on, and then afterwards, I got a decision to make about Kingdom Hearts stuff, and which game to do next. I was looking for suggestions on that, and never really got any responses, I don't think. Actually, let me check the Discord to see if anybody answered in there. Nope. Okay. I didn't exactly give much notice. I should have thought a little further ahead about this. Although I didn't even realize there was a discrepancy in that until, like, today or maybe yesterday. Anywho, what happened? What do you mean what happened? In terms of Kingdom Hearts stuff and not being sure of what to do next? Is that what you're asking about, Seth? Could do a video or two for some of the Kingdom Hearts 2 side quests. Yeah, but, like, I'm already, like, I kind of have that planned as additional things on top of the normal, like, Let's Play stuff that I put out there. At least that's generally how I've done those things so far. But, like, I could pause a little bit for that just so I can actually get some input into what to do next. I was definitely planning on doing Kingdom Hearts 2 side questing stuff tomorrow. Some people might like it too on the video watcher side. Well, that's why I was planning on making a video out of it either way. That's what I meant. Like, but yeah, I might just go about that instead so that I have more time to ponder this. Did not think you were still planning to film it anyway. Yeah, that's like when I released stuff from like the first game about, like, I released separate videos of beating Sephiroth and Unknown. But that was on top of the Let's Play stuff. I mean, I'm not saying I couldn't do it this way, but at the same time, like, now this is purely side questing. It doesn't feel like it's part of this story continuation. That's kind of what I emphasize more so with doing, like, the scheduled Let's Play series videos. Anywho, okay. I'm going to take a little bit of a break. Ads are about to roll. So then, yeah. Anyway, I'll be back in a bit. Anyway, Seth, you asked me how the Bible study went. I mean, you were here for part of it. It went not much chat interaction this time around, but that kind of gives me kind of freedom more so to say what's on my mind without necessarily getting distracted. Yeah, you were early compared to the normal time that I start this stream. I just started it earlier than normal. Huh. Okay. Yeah, I started the stream earlier than normal today because of other things going on in my schedule. E-learning day because of election day. Normally show up no earlier than 3. You Eastern time zone, I guess? Okay, yeah. Because, I'm on Central Time, so I was like, 3? Yeah, it's usually more so around 2 o'clock for me because of the time zone difference. Alright, so now I got a decision to make. And, okay, first off, let me just cut out my own background music here. Alright. So, I could just focus on some side questing stuff for now, and, I mean, I guess I could call them, like, bonus videos. But, otherwise, so I've also heard that within this collection and stuff, or any of the collections that have been made, really, that, Days actually isn't even really a game so much as it is, like, a movie. So, if that's the case, like, it wouldn't really be too much of an issue to just go into that for now. I guess I could record in the meantime and, like, say what I'm thinking as it's going through. I don't know. And then if it really is just that, then I don't have to, I don't know. Because that would also be the next thing in the order. You do have to keep up with both, so either way, recording, I would expect. Oh yeah, I'll be recording either way. Alright, you know what? I don't think I'm in that much of a time crunch with the eventual release of Kingdom Hearts 4. There's not even any sort of release date for it yet. Plus, I think the bulk of these other games are shorter. I could be wrong, though. Yeah, not time crunch today, time crunch relative. Because, like, the whole point of me going through the series at this point was I wanted to get through it all before Kingdom Hearts 4 releases. Birth by Sleep is not short. But yeah, really this was just me debating with myself, because like I said I'd do them in release order, but then I realized the Japanese original release order is different than the American original release order. So if I went with American original release order, Days would be next. If I went with the Japanese, it would be Coded. But for now, I can give it some time to have input. And I guess just do some of the side questing in Kingdom Hearts 2 while I get that figured out. Alrighty. I suppose Kingdom Hearts 2 it is then. These side questing type videos might end up being shorter when all said and done, though, because, like, I don't necessarily want to include a whole bunch of the in-between just battling and stuff. Beep? What beep? Oh. Yeah, true. You know what? I've been specifying which game in particular that I've been playing. This time around, I think I'm just gonna say that it's the collection. So there we go. Category is fixed. That is technically what I've been playing. I just, especially on the YouTube end of things, I like to specify which one in particular it is. Oh yeah, I've also spent like 5.5 hours just trying to do more Gummy Ship stuff since last time. Turns out there are level 3 EX missions. Nah, I'm not going to change the stream title. I'm not going to change the stream title because, like, I don't feel a need to. While I'm sitting here doing this... yeah, while I'm sitting here doing this, I can, still say that I'm looking for input on deciding which game to do next. So, a lot of the EX ones, I mean, it's similar to the other EX missions. They're still the level 3 style where it's the score-based ranking and you control the camera and all that. Yeah, I've got multiple pluses on some of these. I'm trying to go back and see what the highest one. That one I got a +6. I've actually been working on the Gummy Ship stuff kind of off stream, and I think in a way I'd rather keep it like that. Maybe when all's said and done, I can make a video talking about like the kind of ship that I used for those. I just want to focus... I want to focus on the actual, like, main side quests now. This stuff has also been, like, quite tedious, if I'm honest. Opened the door... What do you mean I opened the door for that? Just talking about the Gummy Ship missions? Oh gee, I'm sorry, I'm not allowed to talk about something that I don't plan to do. Anyway. 4 more slash gummies. Ugh. That's annoying. None of these have 4 or more slash gummies? You gotta be kidding me. Alright, hang on. See, this is why... this is why I have been focusing on doing this off-stream. So I don't have to eat up a ton of time on building or editing ships that, honestly, I feel like is less interesting to most people. So, honestly, okay, let me go to a different one that I don't have to build a separate thing for. Yeah, I thought we did one with a lot of slashing gummies as well. Oh well. I'm gonna do just the regular level 3 mission here. I made a bunch of these that are just purely focused on... So, the big trick with these level 3 missions is having 2 draw abilities and 2 metal converter abilities. Because then you get a lot more of the metals instead of the HP orbs. And all sorts of stuff like that.
This sure is exciting.
New ship bridges? What do you mean? I don't think I really have too many new, like, gummy blocks compared to before. I was doing so well at not getting hit. Oh, my webcam isn't in the best place for this, is it? Hang on. Let me go ahead and move that down here. Okay, I'm just curious, Seth, is there a little bit of a delay, maybe? Or are you just really that adamant about wanting me to do the thing with the slash gummies? Because I'll be real, this kind of thing right here is not the kind of thing that I'm going to record and make a separate video of. I'd really like to get to something that I'm going to make a video out of. Like, I don't turn everything I do into videos. Into edited videos later on, I mean. Okay, S rank. Yippee. And this is where I start building up to even higher ranks. S +1. +2. Yeah, it goes kind of quickly after you hit S +1. Especially if you've got Berserk mode going on. I think really the higher your metal level, the more that it tends to contribute to your score. Well, there's a new rank record, S+8. Holy cow. So yeah, I haven't quite unlocked all of the EX missions, but I'm close. Kinda. Fly a gummy ship with a cost of 400 or less. Okay. I might actually have one that qualifies? No? Okay. Oh wait, yes I do. I have the donut here. Which, for some reason, in a bunch of walkthroughs was recommended as something to make. Especially as something... Oh, there was one EX mission that actually had a requirement of no weapon gummies on the main ship. That was when I started looking into stuff online, and I was like, how in the world is this possible? You just rely heavily on the teeny ships. Specifically, these are suggested. I've also found the Shuriken is really good. If only I had another Shuriken. This might not be the best way to go about this, but I'm gonna give it a shot anyway. But I'm not planning on spending any more time building any ships. But yeah, all those little green things are coming from the Shuriken. The more, like, flowing reddish things, those are all... Well, there's some of that coming from a meteor gummy that's on the one teeny ship, and then the other thing coming from that is just a regular, like, I forget if it's Faraga or if they call it something else. But yeah, I have found the Shuriken in particular to be absolutely bonkers. I'm still in Berserk mode, and I gotta imagine I'm getting close to S rank at this point. Normally it's somewhere around like 1.9 million, I think, for that. Although certain missions, especially later on, it might be higher. Did I already hit S rank? I think I've still got plenty of mission left to go, though, so I'm not, like, really too concerned about whether or not I'll be able to... Oh, jeez. It did not show me that that was back there. I still didn't get hit. How did I not get hit from all that? There we go, S rank. That only took until, like, 3.5 million. How have I still not gotten hit? There we go. Of course, it's this dude. No. Herein lies the problem with this ship. It's got kind of low health. Yeah.
You did great.
S+7. How close for the slashes? I don't know, and honestly, I'm not sure I want to look into that right now. Because, like I said, I'd rather get to some stuff that I'm actually going to record. Well, okay, I'll look into it. I might not actually build a ship that has that. Or, like, use it for the mission yet. So that has one. This should be the one that's closest. But it's only got 2. We need 4. Okay. Or I guess... Oh, right. We made that because of the moon ring. If I just... Oh, what did that do? If I just ditch the moon ring... Nope. I'm gonna have to ditch some other stuff, too. Uses the slash gauge to nullify attacks from all directions. Oh, yeah. That's why we had that one in there. But, I think... Instead... I'm gonna go ahead, replace these things... and go at it like that. Maybe I can still add some other projectile or something. Man, I wish I still had enough for that shuriken. You know what? I can make there be enough. Because all I need to do is... Nope. Undo whatever I just did there. I can ditch a couple of these. And then... get the shuriken in there, because it fits the slashing theme. It's just not a slash gummy. Okay. The shuriken, I think, might have been one that I got from completing, like, the final route. At least I'm thinking that's where that came from. The donut was one that I built. That was just a donut shape of the basic gummy blocks. And then slapped a bunch of power stuff on it, too. That's the thing. There was no bridge for that one. Turns out a cockpit is not entirely necessary. Still missing a gummy block here. Alright, what else am I gonna do with this? To use up the rest of the cost. I can put that there, and then I've got 5 left. Yes, I have met the criteria. I've got 4 slash gummies. Oh, but I'm gonna need to change some stuff around here. if I want it to be at all feasible for a level 3 mission. Oof. So no slash pre-charge. No, there's no requirement to use the full cost. So I don't, like, have to. I could just leave it as is. Actually, those stats aren't too bad. You know what? Fine. Yeah, if I was trying to keep it symmetrical, I guess I could add 4 blocks. 4 of these kind of blocks. Get another one on each side like that. And then maybe up there, make it look a little bit like these are kind of on, like, sitting on those. I don't know. Okay, well, let's see. Alright, you know what? Fine. Now that I've already gone through all that. I've got a little extra time anyway. There we go, okay. I'm hoping the Shuriken is going to do a ton of work in this mix. Otherwise, this is not going to go well. Shuriken is absolutely just, like, devastating to the smaller enemies somehow, though. Struggling a bit with getting hit, though. Like, I'm still getting hit quite a lot. It's not going terribly. Ooh, hello. There we go. Yeah, getting the, like, special enemy types is a big thing for high scores as well. Oh, come on. Not exactly doing great health-wise. And I just got hit a little bit ago, which means I'm out of Berserk mode. Aha, okay. Defeated that thing. Gives me a halfway decent... doggone it! Only got an A rank. Which still is not terrible, but... Okay. What were some of the other EX requirements from the level 3s? Let me go and show you. So I still also only got an A rank on this one. This one, the level 3 EX has Flight, a gummy Antini ship with a combination of 80 or more speed. Keep in mind, the adding of requirements just makes the level 3 missions that much harder, because then you gotta... Like, you can't as easily optimize your stuff for a level 3 type of mission. That one was flying without teeny ships, which, for the ones I cost converted, wasn't a big deal. This one was fly a gummy ship with no... That was the no weapon gummies. And somehow I managed a +3 rank. This one I haven't gone to yet. But maybe in between streams. I don't want to eat up a ton of time getting into that now. 250 or more power. That, I think, was the reason that I made this one. I swapped out some of the gravity gummies that I had here just so that I could get more power in it. This one, the level 3 EX mission, was 20 or more projectile gummies. That one I don't know if I had to make anything special for, actually. No, that was why I did this one. I swapped out some of the more expensive stuff for less expensive stuff. And just more of them. And then over here, the level 3 EX mission was combination of 20 or less HP. I'm trying to remember what I even used for that. I think I did this one, and then the teeny ships I used were just... I guess I used those ones. Although this would probably be just as good. Anyway, okay. Now that I've gone through and talked about what all I've done there, let me save again. And then... Alright, so where do I still have missions to complete? I want to focus on missions if I'm going to be recording things. Actually, you know what? Maybe the absent silhouettes are what I should go for next. Because I was already recording some stuff for those and planning on making a collective video out of them. Missions. Okay, so there's one in Twilight Town. I don't think I've even been to that yet. A couple of the mushroom challenges there too. I could fight Sephiroth, although I might want to wait for that. Yeah, I guess I might as well go to Twilight Town next. Otherwise, I'm going back to other places and checking those absent silhouettes. Beast Castle has the one for Marluxia. I did the one in Olympus. Agrabah has the one for Vexen. Oh, jeez, I've got all that still to go. Redoing the musical challenges might be something I do off-stream as well. Oh yeah, there's a new event thing at Disney Castle. I don't even know what that's all about. I'm gonna take a wild guess that that's gonna be some other battle against like a secret enemy kind of thing. Yeah, I'm just seeing where all I need to go to find other absent silhouettes. I did the one in Port Royal, did the one in Olympus. Oh yeah, the one in Twilight Town is Lexius. And the one in Beast Castle is Marluxia. And Agrabah has Vexen. Okay. So yeah, I guess I could go to Twilight Town next. The thing at Disney Castle is a battle? Okay. That doesn't surprise me. I'll go from the usual spot, I guess. Let me save while I'm here, just cuz. In fact, I think I'm going to make a slot 4 now. Well, no, there's really no need for that. Yeah, once I get to the absent silhouettes, I think I'll start recording. I don't think I did too much with abilities or anything like that. Also, I still don't have final form. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to get final form in this case. Alright, you know what? I guess I could start recording while I'm on the way to that. But if I'm recording this kind of stuff, I will want webcam to be probably more like here. Yeah, probably somewhere around there. I realized if I put it toward the right-hand side of the screen, any of the, like, leveling up stuff gets blocked out. This, at least it's... When it's on this side, at least it's only the, like the forms leveling up and that kind of thing that gets blocked out. Anyway. Okay. Alright. I guess it's... Why are you redeeming a stretch now? That makes me want to run an ad break so that I'm not wasting any time. You know what? Maybe I will. Alright. Fine then. Break time. You asked for it. But you probably want to see me stretching, though. Fine. Alright. Up we go. Yeah, alright. Yeah, that's true. I could run the ad. Yeah. I was just thinking, let me run some ads so that so this other stuff doesn't get interrupted so much. Alright, fine. Running ads. Stretch out all different kinds of ways. Stretch out my legs a bit. Yeah. Do a little bit of this. A little bit of this. Okay. I think that is a sufficient amount of stretching. You know what? Let me go ahead and move my fan a little closer to me, too. I wasn't feeling particularly warm earlier, but still wanted some airflow. Now I'm getting a little warm. Okay. Get myself in position again here. Alrighty. Ads should pretty much be done now. Okie day. Recording time. Here we go. Alright. So at this point I've beaten the main story of the game. There's still a lot of side questing and stuff to do. One of the things as I, I'm not necessarily going to try and 100% complete the game, but I want to at least do most of the missions and stuff. And probably collect all the treasures and whatnot, and the puzzle pieces. But, right now I'm focused on the missions. And, yeah. The absent silhouettes in particular are something that I've been kind of neglecting for a while. This one should be Lexaeus. Let's see how it goes. I already beat Larxene and Zexion. I think that just leaves 3 more, including this one. Should I use a form for this? Or anything along those lines? I also have no clue what to do about his, like, power and all that. That's just gonna show him kind of hulking up at various points, probably. So far, this isn't too bad, but it's probably going to get worse. Oh, thanks for the healing, Donald. I was waiting to heal myself, just in case. I'm like, kind of, sort of, slightly trying to figure out attack patterns, but maybe not that much, if I'm honest. Oh, okay. Was not ready for the second part of that. Can I hit him now? Yes. Okay. Okay. Ow. Didn't exactly time that great. Oh, jeez. Okay. Ouch. Oh, come on. Oh, jeez. Did not want that. Why? Why did it have to put me in this form? Well, you know what? This just might work out. Hey, I win. Huzzah! Alright. So there's Lexaeus. Defeated. Strength beyond strength. A synthesis recipe that requires special materials. Oh, yeah. I practically forgot those were a thing. Because I haven't actually been putting any effort into trying to get the stuff to craft those. Okay. Oh, yeah. And if I didn't show or mention this before, I totally did all the missions with the struggle battles. Massive hold up. What delay was there? Okay. I also still got to complete that cargo climb. So I have no idea how I'm supposed to do that within 15 seconds. Got the poster duty within 30. I'd honestly rather wait until I do all the other stuff first, though. I wonder if maybe at some point I should go back and, like, make videos about the mushroom challenges. But for now, focusing on absent silhouettes. Which means... I think... I should probably save Marluxia for last. Maybe I'll go to Agrabah next. To face Vexen. Also, I still have yet to actually see... Wait, I just realized. Is that why I've been going anti-form every time? because of having the two become one Keyblade equipped? If so, then that is... Like, y'all teased it like it was gonna be some sort of great thing. And if that's what it was, then... I guess I'm just a little annoyed that that's what it is, in that case. Because I don't think I have had a single form change with that Keyblade equipped where I have not gone into anti-form. It's... Cue the... Wait. Shoot. I'm gonna cue this myself since it's on my mind.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
Seriously. It all makes sense now. Okay. Back to the world map. Going to Agrabah to fight Vexen. Ooh, Moogle. Let me have a quick check-in with the Moogle here. Got an Orichalcum for completing a collection. Serenity Gem. Handed over the recipes. Okay. Centurion. That doesn't sound familiar. Might be a Final Mix exclusive. Not totally sure on that, though. Anyway. 3 Orichalcum. I think I can craft both of these. Bright Gem. That literally is only a difference of 1 Mithril Crystal, so I'm not going to use the Energy Gem there. Moon Amulet, yeah. Similar kind of situation, only... saving an Orichalcum might be worth it, though. Okay. Anything in free development that I can make? No. I probably could have had I not just crafted those other things. Oh well. See, now that makes me want to go into my equipment and all that. Petite Ribbon. Okay. 4 defense and then also dark protection. So I might... Oh. I guess it has a little bit of fire, a little bit of all elemental protections. Okay. Moon Amulet. Seems like a just lesser version of the Cosmic Arts there. See, okay, so that's Thunder and Dark specifically. Since that's only an improvement of elemental defense, I'm good with that. Any of these I might want to swap out? Probably not. Nah. Let's move on to Goofy. Okay, well that's just straight up better. Raga Bangle. I'm probably not going to find anything that's better across the board, just something that would maybe be slightly better in certain ways. And I'm not going to worry too much about Aladdin for that. Alright. Back to recording now that I'm about to fight Vexen. Oop, hello. Need to make sure that I've clicked on the correct window first, though. Okay. Now, record. Alrighty, I am here in Agrabah with another absent silhouette. This one should be Vexen. See, now he gets like a different kind of arena or whatever you want to call it to fight in. Now, you know what I should have done, probably? I probably should have changed my magic around to include more fire. That's when I really should have used Reflect. That's not exactly what I meant to do. Oh well. The fact that I have to land a finishing move to get rid of his shield is a little bit annoying, but oh well. I guess magic works too for that. Okay, cool. Not too bad so far. The issue becomes when the data compiles quite a lot. As he compiles more data, then he makes, like, shadow Soras and all that kind of stuff. Thanks for the healing, Donald. I was getting a little low, but not exactly desperate. Get out of that. Okay. Yeah, that's one that I'm thinking I maybe should have done earlier if I wanted it to be a significant challenge. Although I did honestly attempt it earlier and was struggling with it, so I'm not going to complain. Road to Discovery. Another lost illusion. Okay, so that's Vexen's battle for you. Ooh. Hey, I can actually craft that one. Ooh, okay. I'll use the Bright Crystal for sure. The Energy Crystal would save me, let's see here, 1 Tranquility Gem, 2 Tranquility Stones, and 3 Tranquility Shards. I'm not entirely sure what all else those are used for. Fine, I'll use the Energy Crystal just cuz. I assume that would count also. You know what? Remembrance Crystal. Okay, there's some Tranquility stuff in there too. So I don't think that crystal was entirely wasted. Now we have Vexen in the character links. And that item is most likely a shield. Which isn't even the best shield in the game. Not by a long shot. I mean, the Ogre Shield with Defender is pretty nice. The Majestic Mushroom with Protect is also kind of nice. If you're talking pure strength, the Knight Defender is the best I've got. But also, the Genji Shield with Hyper Healing is quite handy. I also just remembered it said I've got another armor slot now. So I can have even more defense and protection from whatever elements. I kind of want to go with that just to even everything out. Now I've got 28% protection from all elements. Oh, hold up. He's got another accessory slot too? Jeez. We got 4 AP straight up. Or 3 AP plus some other stats. I think I'll go 3 plus other stats. Okay, Donald didn't get any more slots there. Let me look at Sora's abilities real quick. Draw, I guess, would be nice. Or item boost. You know, especially in the tougher battles, item boost would be pretty handy. Okay. Saving. By the way, in case it wasn't clear, as I'm in between these battles, I am not simultaneously recording. Just, letting you know. That's Belle's room. I want to go to Beast's room to fight Marluxia. Yeah, okay. Save here. G'day. And back to recording. Alrighty. So now we've got the absent silhouette from Marluxia here. I'm pretty sure this is the last one. Because those were all the ones that had been defeated in Chain of Memories. That's the whole reason for having them as absent silhouettes in this game. Because they don't appear in this game due to being defeated in Chain of Memories. Anyway. Okay. Oh, right, this... I checked this out before, and... this is where I just need to, like, not get hit too much, I think, before I defeat him. Which, if I defeat him quick enough, shouldn't really be too much of a concern. And there's the Doom being applied. That's hardly fair that he gets hit on me immediately. Holy cow, that's a lot of health on Marluxia, though. Oh, come on. Maybe I should be guarding instead of... oh, there's a reaction command after all that? There we go. Duly noted. I really need to try not to get hit by that. Really just got to work on my guarding in general more, I think. Okay, well, this is the trial run where I'm figuring it out. Nope. No, don't get me in those. Dang, that hurts. I tried to block. And now he's doing different stuff, so my block timing is off. Oh, hello. Restore count. Ah! Okay. So I don't have to always keep losing progress on the Doom counter. Ow. Nope, that is not what I was preparing for. Come on. I tried to guard there, but then he came at an angle where I wasn't guarding from. Oh well. Now I've got a better idea of how this works, and maybe I can actually stand a better chance on the next attempt. Okay. Marluxia battle, here we go. And, yeah. Definitely a little harder than others. Actually, quite a bit harder than the others. How did I guarded! Now he just keeps doing that instead of the other thing. There. So that right there is what you're supposed to do. Block his attacks, especially that one. And then get the reaction command and... Oh! Wasn't expecting a restore count one just yet, but sure, I'll take it. So you can actually regain some of the Doom counter. So now that I got the strat, this might not be quite so bad. Where are you at? Okay, this part is notably harder, though. Oh, geez, what the... Oh, that's that thing, which I don't want him to do. Or I don't want to get hit / affected by.
Take this. Yeah, this is it.
Oh, come on. He's going back to the middle, and he's going to do this thing.
Yeah, this is it.
Oh, phooey. Alright, when are you going to do the thing that I can actually do a reaction command to? Wow, I think Donald respawned and then immediately was, like, gone again. I was too early on that, dang it. I missed my timing for that, no! See, like, one chance that it gave me, and I blew it. Doggone it, I was too early there. Okay. This one's going to take quite a bit more time and effort, and maybe I want to be at a higher level for it, honestly. Okay. Either that or I'd have to just keep trying it over and over and over and over again. Alright, well, let me stop recording while I think about what I want to do instead. Let's see here. I could do this other tournament at the Coliseum. There might be even... Wow, there's all this blank stuff at the Coliseum. Jeez. Halloween Town's done. Port Royal just has the mushroom challenge. I mean, I could try and see about the... Actually, you know what? Before I do anything else, let me go back to the world that never was. Because I have a feeling that if I can actually change into a different form while, you know, not using or not being affected by the one Keyblade, and I can get a legit form change going on while I'm in their, like, stronghold area, I just might actually be able to unlock final form. Okay, so my assessment might not have been correct.
Give me strength. Take this. Take this. Back off. Give me strength. It's over. Let's go. Back off. It's over. Gather.
Or maybe I need to get beyond a certain point in here. I don't know. I think doing a form change in this area is what gets you final form eventually. But I could be wrong about that. Does it have to be one of the other ones aside from limit form, maybe? Although, I don't know if that really makes much sense.
Donald. Light. Let's go. Yeah. It's over. Let's go. Yeah. It's over.
That was perhaps not a great time to use that. Oh well. But, you know what I could do? I could jump to the world map and then just start again from here. And then, ta-da, drive gauge is back. I'm also kind of sort of looking for where the mushroom challenge might be here, just out of curiosity. But really the main thing I wanted to do was try and get final form. But maybe there's a different way to unlock that now. For all I know. What? How did that not... Okay, come on, really? This is getting to be stupid.
It's over.
Now I've gotten basically nothing out of that set of limit uses.
Back off. Yeah.
Is that where I came from or where I need to go? I think that's where I need to go. Yeah.
Give me strength. Back off. Let's go. It's over. Give me strength. Back off.
Okay. Oh, jeez. Yeah. There's a puzzle piece there, but it's one that I'm not gonna be able to get until I get final form.
This is it. Yeah. Yeah. Back off. Take this. Yeah. Take this. Yeah. Back off. Let's go. Fight. This is it. Let's go. This is it. Let's go. Take this. Yeah. Back off.
The fact that I'm also gaining
Back off.
some levels and might be a little better equipped to then fight Marluxia or any other,
Yeah. Back off.
you know, big
This is it.
bonus battles. Doesn't hurt either.
Let's go. It's over.
Doggone it. Not what I was hoping would happen. I might have blocked a little too soon for that.
There. Ha! Yeah. Take this.
No, that wasn't what I was trying to do, but oh well.
Gather. Back off. Yeah.
Ow.
Yeah.
Come on. Let me do stuff. There we go. Okay. So far, no final form. Oh, yay, these guys.
Yeah. Ha. It's over. Yeah.
I mean, for the most part, they're not too bad. It's just if you don't get the fail-safe thing off.
Take this. Yeah. Heal.
Just remembered I wanted to heal there.
Yeah.
Okay. I highly doubt the mushroom challenge would be here. And I'm not necessarily here to fight just everything. No mushroom here.
Back off. Yeah. Yeah, back off. Gather.
Okay, whatever. Alright, so real quick. I'm looking for Xigbar's Cloaked Schemer. That would probably be Xigbar's thing, and it's just like the whole, like the symbol and everything is ripped to shreds there. Oh wait, no, that's Xigbar. So then who's the Cloaked Schemer? I don't know. Don't quite have enough in the drive gauge for limit form.
Back off. Yeah. This is it.
How did that not hit at all?
Back off. Yeah. Take this.
Could be using limit form.
Yeah.
Not that that's really a big deal.
Let's go. This is it. Give me strength. Yeah, back off. Yeah. Back off.
Hey, alright.
Let's go.
Limit form's powered up more.
This is it.
It's not a bad thing.
Back off. Yeah. This is it.
What level is it at now? 5?
Yeah.
I'm totally not sure. That was a random guess. I can look into that, though. Momentarily.
Back off. Back off.
Oh. I was like, why is the stuff still yellow?
Yeah, it's over.
That's why. Okay. Well, it leveled up the dodge roll. So now the regular... Now Sora's dodge roll is at level 2. But... What level is limit format now? Level 5, okay. There's still another level of that to go, jeez.
It's over.
Just barely can't get to that.
Yeah, it's over. Yeah, take this.
Well, that didn't work.
It's over.
Jeez. Drive gauge went up real fast there.
Give me strength. This is it. Light. Yeah. Take this. Light. Back off. Light. Yeah. This is it. Okay.
That was not what I was going for. Oh, there's a treasure there that I missed somehow.
It's over. Back off.
Okay, thank you, Goofy, for putting an end to that.
Let's go. It's over. Yeah. It's over. Give me strength.
Wow, really? That can actually interrupt my limit?
Let's go. Yeah. Yeah, this is it.
Anyway, treasure! Because why not? Altar of not. Maybe the mushroom will be here? No, I don't see no mushroom. All that looking and didn't find it. Of course, I didn't look in the earlier parts of it, so maybe that's where it is. The earlier parts of this world, I mean. Okay, just out of sheer curiosity now. In fact, I think I might record a little bit here. Just to mention what I'm thinking. Where's the Disney Castle? I guess it's near the end of the list. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so after you beat the main story of the game, this pops up in the mission list. It just says there's something going on at Disney Castle. I'm thinking it's a battle. In fact, I've been told that it's a battle. But I'd like to check things out and just see. I'm also not 100% sure where it is, so probably as I edit this, there will be a cut from here to whenever I find that particular thing. In fact, I will actually pause, not stop and split into separate recordings, but pause this bit of recording. Okay, nothing out of the ordinary in here. I would guess it's... I mean, if I had to take a guess, I would think it's probably either in the throne room or the Hall of the Cornerstone. Which... Or I guess... Sorry, the audience chamber. Yeah, that's just Minnie and Daisy there with another save point. Okay, so I'm thinking whatever it is going to be either here in the audience chamber or in the Hall of the Cornerstone. I do not see anything here. In the audience chamber. So... Oh, hello. Right as I enter the Hall of the Cornerstone, we get this. Oh, Sora, what great timing. It's just terrible. Will you look at that? I didn't even know which one was speaking when. Oh, hello. I came to check on the Cornerstone of Light, and that's when I saw it. I don't know how long it's been there. It looks like it leads somewhere, but where? Do you think it's connected to the past like the other one? Other one? What other? Huh? Or maybe that's what the organization wants us to think. It might be a trap. I just realized when he said the other one, he meant like the door that appeared to the Timeless River. Duh. Whatever the case, we should be prepared for anything if we're going to check it out. Yeah. Prepared for anything is right. I'm gonna see what it is. No promises at completing it or anything even close to that. Oh. Examine. Where could this lead? I don't have a good feeling about this. Oh, okay. I think I know what this is already. I doubt I'm ready for this. Yeah. I think this is basically going to be the equivalent of the not Xemnas / unknown fight in the first game. Oh, these are not actually spoken lines. I know you. We've met before. Way back when. No, that wasn't you. You're not the one I chose. I have no clue what his voice is like either. Where is he? Xehanort. Is that you? Xehanort. Xehanort. Oh boy, yeah. Again, highly doubt I'm ready for this. Especially considering one flippin' hit did that much damage to me. And my hits do that little to him. Holy cow. Nah. Okay. Not ready. By a long shot. Well, okay. Well, that was a fun little discovery, but not ready for that. Okay, saving. What else might I do in terms of side questing stuff? I suppose it wouldn't be a terrible idea to make a video out of the Mushroom 13 challenges eventually. But I would like to kind of have an idea that I could probably complete all of them first before making a video like that. Journal. Investigate the mysterious entranceway. Yeah, I did that alright. Let's see here. So there are no other Disney Castle missions. The Timeless River is just something to complete within 19 seconds. Which, I'm like, how does that even work? Because it's based on the number of hits, not anything else. Oh well. Another thing I could check out and record, though, now that I'm thinking about it, is Olympus tournament stuff. I at least have one more of those available right now. Okay. So, also, right after finishing the main story of the game, it said there's another tournament here in Olympus. Goddess of Fate Cup. Level 55, I'm right around that level. Fight alongside your friends, there are no special rules in this tournament. Cool. I have no clue what the associated mission is gonna be, or what kind of score that I'll need for that, but whatever. It's free for all, no rules, anything goes. Each battle will have different objectives and surprises. Get a higher score by collecting orbs, use combos for more orbs. I'm currently working on leveling up limit forms, so why not? Wow, really? My limit got interrupted. How dare you?
Let's go. Yeah. It's over. It's over. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. Yeah. It's over.
Ow. Now getting hit by one of them is keeping me from doing the reaction command to the other. There we go. Sure am glad it lets me just spam that. Basically until they're gone. Beat the enemies before time runs out. Well, this ought to help with defeating them before time runs out. I would imagine. Ow. Come on. That's not even the enemy I was trying to target with those, but sure, whatever. Defeat the enemies before all points are gone. So I need to not get hit too much here. Great. Come on. Okay. Not terrible so far.
Let's go. Let's go.
Actually, I'm starting to wonder if all the times I'm
Give me strength.
doing this stuff for limit form even are relevant in tournaments. Oh my gosh. How are these guys so annoying? They were literally not even close to this annoying in the Pride Land.
Yeah, it's over. Back off. Yeah. Yeah. Take this. This is it. Ah, it's over. Let's go. This is it. Right.
Oh, come on.
It's over.
Now these guys, especially with that attack, always have been a little problematic.
Take this. Yeah. Take this.
Okay. Defeat the enemies before time runs out, okay. That's not at all what I expected to happen right then, but whatever.
Thunder.
Too early. Okay, whatever. Oh, geez, I only had like 6 seconds left. More limit form.
Give me strength. Back off. Right. This is it.
Cool, cool. Oh, geez, okay.
Gather. Yeah. It's over. Right.
Strike Ray.
Yeah. Back off. Give me strength.
That should be able to hit some of these things, even while they're in the air, right?
Back off. Take this. Yeah.
I didn't get all the way to the end of that because time ran out. Oh, this is the semi-final match, okay. Not too bad then. Not yet.
Yeah. Back off. Take this.
I imagine if I'm gonna go for more points
Yeah. Take this.
in this tournament,
Back off.
I'd probably try and focus a little more on using, well, I'd probably come in here using Stitch, honestly.
Give me strength. Take this.
Come on.
Right.
Okay. Final match is against Hades. Lovely.
Give me strength. Yeah. This is it. Yeah.
It mentions not bothering with the other enemies, but I did wonder a little bit if maybe I could get some more points from defeating the other enemies. Apparently the answer is no.
Let's go. Let's go. Take this. Let's go. Yeah. Give me strength. It's over. Back off. Yeah. Back off. This is it.
That's not what I meant to do. I was caught between two different thoughts that I had at the same time.
Take this.
I'm on fire! Take that!
It's over. This is it.
Ah, so close.
Feel the heat. Feel the heat. Feel the heat.
Cool.
Happening!
Works for me. So there's the Goddess of Fate cup. And it wouldn't really surprise me if some of the other missions that are in the journal for Olympus are actually like individual battles or other tournaments. But maybe some of them are individual battles, kind of like Kingdom Hearts 1 had the Ice Titan and battles like that separately. Fatal Crest increases strength by 2 during MP charge and enables combos to continue endlessly. Right, combo finishing move becomes unavailable. Orichalcum Plus, nice. Ooh, I got an achievement. True Hero. Win the Goddess of Fate Cup. Nice. But is there other stuff? What's the associated mission? Score 3,000 or more. Paradox battles. Pain and Panic. And Cerberus. Are those also available here? Like in this area if I talk with Panic? No. Apparently not. I think I actually have to go to, shoot, what's it called? I don't know. I have to go to a different part of Olympus, I think, for those. And I don't think it's up here. I think it's by where Meg was trapped that one time. Yeah, because this is just going to be Phil asking about the training stuff, which I don't want to do. I'll get back to you when I find that. I'm thinking... Oh, hello. New episode was added. Is that all that I needed to do? Seems that talk to Hades to sign up. Ah, okay. Okay, so I backed out of Olympus just to go to that one other spot that I was thinking of, and it turns out it tells you this in the episode list right away. You gotta talk to Hades for these Paradox Cups, which I think it... I guess I would need to go from the inner chamber here and go up to where we first saw Hades talking with Pete and all that. Either that or he's at the lock. I'll update again once I know for sure. And actually, I'm realizing I probably want to end this stream kind of soon. Also, have there been any... Yeah, no, nobody has answered my question regarding the play order, but It's okay, I'm giving myself a whole another week now to do so. Also, did all that stuff help level up limit form? I think so. What do I have in items here? Probably just... Oh, right, the Fatal Crest, yeah, duh.
Gather! Gather!
These guys are almost too easy now.
Gather!
I mean, this is Hades' chamber. Okay, yep, there's Hades. Okay, so yeah, unsurprisingly, Hades is in Hades' chamber. Welcome to the Hades Paradox Cup. Oh, geez. Okay, that one recommends level 60. That one recommends level 70. Solo fight using Sora. Drive gauge fills faster than usual, and Sora can use drives alone. Pain and Panic Paradox Cup. Drive gauge can't be used, but limits consume less MP than usual. So there is that. I could try the Pain and Panic one, I guess, maybe.
Donald!
Oh, geez, yeah, limits consume a lot less MP than normal. Okay, round one complete. Not bad so far.
Donald! Take this!
I'm like, duck on it. Goofy, why'd you have to move him away from me? Oh, there's still... I'm like, there's still another enemy? Where? They're not doing anything. I probably shouldn't be using my limits so early in this tournament, but... it's right there. The temptation is hard to resist.
Donald! Yeah. Take this! Yeah. It's over! This is it! Yeah. Back off! Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's over.
Okay, cool. No issues from the cars. Well, this doesn't look bad at all. But I bet you there are more enemies after this group. Surprise, surprise!
It's over. Donald! Donald! Back off. Ha. This is it. Yeah.
Oh, dang. I missed the
Take this.
last part of it. Somehow.
This is it. Take this. Yeah. Take this. Yeah. Yeah. This is it. Yeah. Back off.
Ooh, that got a lot of points.
Back off. Donald. Yeah.
Double score mode. Nice.
Yeah.
What the?
It's over. Yeah.
Did thing that should have let me. I don't know. Whatever.
Back off. Back off.
Try not to use more than one limit per round.
Back off.
Although if it's the same length as the other tournaments have been.
Back off.
Okay, you know what? These guys might be worth the second one.
Yeah. Yeah. It's over.
Why didn't it?
Back off.
I don't understand why it didn't give me Mega Duck Flare there.
It's over. This is it. It's over.
Okay. Oh, hello. Well, no need to use a limit here.
Yeah. It's over. Back off. Take this. Yeah. This is it. Take this. Yeah. Yeah. Back off.
Jeez, how much time did it start with? Probably a minute.
It's over. It's over. Yeah.
Okay. Semi-final.
Donald. It's over. Yeah. It's over. It's over.
Do I have to actually have like the right angle of approach on an enemy before it'll let me
Back off.
do the Mega Duck Flare? It's kind of what it seems like.
Yeah. It's over. Yeah. Take this.
Oh, hello.
Donald. Back off. Yeah. This is it. Take this.
Well, there goes Yuffie.
Donald. Yeah.
Now I'll be focusing on Leon.
Back off. Yeah. This is it.
Why? Why did it not give me the limit
Yeah. Take this.
finisher?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that actually wasn't too bad. It recommended level 60 for that? Oh, look at that. Another achievement. Win the Pain and Panic Paradox Cup. Would there be another one for the Cerberus Cup? I don't know. So anyway, there's some of the... I guess you could call it post-game Olympus Coliseum stuff. Haven't tried the Cerberus Cup yet. Maybe I'll eventually show that. I don't know. But yeah, I'm only level 56. It recommended level 60. That was way too easy for the level gap that is there. But oh well. Okay, I'm gonna stop recording there. And then... methinks it's about time I end the stream, actually. Got a total of about 2 hours before there's a thing going on at church. And I need to get me some food and just do some other stuff to prepare. I have no clue how this is gonna go with turning some of this stuff into videos, because this is normally stuff I would have like as... I don't know, like, bonus, air quote, stuff, that I would not consider... I mean, I guess... just showing that there's that stuff in the post-game could count towards, like, Let's Play type things. The absent silhouettes, though... I kind of want to put all of them together, so... yeah, not going to be able to turn that into a video just yet. At least not with that idea in mind. Anywho, okay. Oh, man. Well, at least we got the usual Bible study stuff. Maybe, if need be, I can, like... catch up on other things for Let's Play style videos in another week. Meh. I'm already far enough ahead with my recordings and stuff that that's definitely possible. Even if I don't get anything in there for a week or so. Actually... it's a good thing it's like that, because otherwise, toward the end of December, when I'm going to be away for like 2 weeks, it would be a bit of a problem. Unless I take all this stuff with me when I go to visit my family, and that's not, I mean, I could, but I don't really want to have to take time away for that while I'm up there, primarily for the purpose of visiting people. Yes, Seth, there will be a raid. I'm just kind of wrapping things up while I get that figured out. Anywho, that is going to do it for today. Next Tuesday... hopefully I'll have a decision on, you know, further Kingdom Hearts stuff. Tomorrow, I'll be probably doing more side questing in this game. But more so the, like, stuff that I don't plan to record. Like, looking for treasure chests and puzzle pieces and... maybe even some of the other missions that I wouldn't necessarily record either. But anywho, there will definitely be more Kingdom Hearts side questing next time. Or, as in, tomorrow. But, yeah. Otherwise, that's pretty much all I've got. I'm still trying to figure out a channel to raid here. Just scrolling through my list and seeing what all they're doing. You know what? We got somebody playing Final Fantasy X. Technically a remaster of it, but close enough. Okay, I think that is who we will go with for the raid. What? Okay, unable. I guess some people just with their settings and whatnot have those kinds of things disabled. I don't think she follows me, so maybe that's why. Alright. Different raid target. You know what? This is a totally different vibe, but oh well. Somebody I don't think I've checked in with for quite a while. Hopefully that's a valid raid target. Yeah, okay. Alrighty. So that's officially it for me today. Hope you're all doing well. Hopefully I'll see you soon for another stream. Feel free to check out YouTube videos in the meantime. You can hop into my Discord server too and we can chat about stuff. But anyway, I'll be back tomorrow. Probably tomorrow morning, specifically. I'm doing streams all sorts of different times and days throughout this month. So feel free to check in whenever and see if I'm live. But anyway, okay. Whatever ends up happening, till next time, stay cool, everybody. No, not that. There we go.